Welcome to the Tome Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got...
Kyle McIntyre.
Oh, yeah, the K-Man.
This guy.
He's back in action. And we're good.
Yeah, dude.
I think this is episode 240. Should we do something?
Yeah, dude. Almost 420, dude.
I know. We should just get high, dude.
Just call it 420.
Yeah. But, anyways, Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
Well, I mean, how does it feel to stare at a native Texan on paper now?
Yeah.
Not just like I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay? Squatting. I'm not just squatting here.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
soak it in. Okay?
Yeah,
I got my Texas driver's license.
I didn't even know.
I know.
Didn't even recognize you. A whole new man.
Brian, it's me, I promise.
Oh, my God.
I mean, Brian, it's me, I promise.
I promise.
I promise. So, yeah, it's stupid. Stupid, dumbass bit.
Just
but I've been here a fucking year.
Lone Star beer.
Yeah. It says here on my ID I can only buy Lone Star. Sorry. Lone Star and Shiner.
Yeah.
This is residual. This Bud Light is, I'm sorry, officer.
No, that's Bud Light.
You're allowed to drive drunk as long as you've had, a couple Shiners.
Yeah. They have was it America beer or whatever from Budweiser with the I got one of those on 4th of July. While I'm playing Nintendo Switch. I'm like, God, I love this beautiful country.
You're being like such a piece of shit.
I had to work that day, so after work, just get a couple of shitty beers. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Shitty beers, man. They're good.
Yeah, they're all right.
You have enough of them, and they're good.
Yeah. You can just drink a
obliterate.
Shit. Yeah.
Obliterate yourself.
I haven't done that. I'm like, just to drink like Natural Light or Miller Lite. I haven't done that in a while.
Just
drinking those.
Those are illegal to do, right? You're only supposed to have Natty Light when you're doing like beer pong. Well, yeah. Remember we used to do the podcast? We had Natural Lights. Yeah.
There was the 15 pack. Oh my God! Yeah. I think the liquor store, by my place in Keg and Bottle, it was. I think they were selling those for like $7 for the 15 pack, and I'm like, so we can get those for podcasting.
Like, dude, there's enough aluminum in there to get your money back.
Exactly. I'm like, oh my God, that was the podcast beer for the first couple of years.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Anyways, so you got your license.
Yeah. So I
Tex-Mex
slowly
Kyle.
But surely, yeah. Expat. You said call me expat?
No, Tex-Mex.
Expat Kyle.
Tex-Mex.
Expat Kyle.
Yeah.
Expat means that you've left the country, like you're like residing in another. You're an expatriate, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just expat from California.
We had a drummer named Pat, and then once he left the band, we were expat.
So yeah, it was a bit of a. I mean, we got a bit of a story here, I guess, because they only take it by appointment.
Wait,
so
I was going to ask you, do the DMVs in Texas suck as much dick as the DMVs in California?
Well,
you're like, actually, they're better. Actually,
it's Texas, so they're better. Duh.
You just lie to yourself. Actually, everything's better here. Actually,
no, okay.
The weather is, actually, it'll toughen you up.
Weather's great. Once you stop melting, it's fucking great. Yeah. Once all your skin's gone, there's nothing else to fucking melt.
Because when you're outside for a while, you just pass out. So you realize, I'm like, hey, I'm saving calories.
When the ambulance comes and picks you up, takes you to the AC-filled hospital, it's great.
It's super refreshing.
Only cost you $8,000 for that
that ride.
ambulance trip. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. So I was like, I've been like prepping. I've been getting my paperwork in order. Because I've been reviewing the website. Every time I go there, it like makes you want to. It says like makes you want. It makes you
be like.
Makes me, yeah. It be like it really do be like that sometimes.
It do be like that.
It do be. It has you do like make an appointment, and I hadn't done that. I was just kind of reviewing the website, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm ready. I have all my paperwork in order, and so I went to make an appointment, and so I have like a DMV office, like specifically for driver's license, which is kind of cool. They have like a separate one.
Yeah.
Just like 10 minutes away. Like it's really close.
No, in your town or whatever?
In my town.
Oh, that's perfect. There's going to be
yeah.
There's like 6,000 people in your town. It's still a 4-hour wait.
No, it was a 4-month out appointment. So
that is bullshit. There's not enough people. It's like, what do you do, 2 a day?
I know.
And then you don't process the paperwork until like 4
you have
weeks later.
One dude fucking working there is probably more likely. There's 1 or 2 people working there. So I was like, shit. I took it. I was like, well, shit. I guess in 4 months my number's going to be up. I'll be able to go in and not forget about it.
Yeah.
So it'll be like the day of, oh shit, I gotta go in there.
Spit coffee all over your TV. Oh fuck, I gotta go.
All over. I have to. I gotta spit it from like 10 feet away.
It's like a spittoon, but
just into where the circuit board is on the TV, just right in there.
You're looking at your phone, your alarm goes off, and he's like, and you just spit it.
All right, so I'm like, okay, well, let me schedule. I entered in a couple different areas.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's. Oh well, you could. I was looking at Austin. I'm like, okay, well, those were 3 months out. I'm like, okay, well, shit. Okay, well, hold on, let's see. And I entered in a town.
So no, I'd rather.
I entered in a town that was like 30 minutes south from here, and it gave me in like a radius, like another town that was farther outside of. Okay, so I entered it. Sorry, hold on. Anyways, it gave me a town that was outside of my area that I didn't see before, and it was a appointment for 2:00 that day.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this was, I think, I can't. Was it Thursday or something? I did. I don't know. Yeah. It was last week, some point. So I'm like, well, shit. It's either today or in 4 months, or three or 4 months. I'm like, well, shit. Let me just get this done. So I got everything ready. There was some concerns because in Texas they make you want to. I said it again. They make you register your car at the same time that you get your driver's license. I'm like, I don't have. And then you had to get all this other shit in order on the cars. You have to have a state inspections. You have to have all this other shit. I'm like, no,
everything.
Let me just go and tell them I don't know where my cars are. Just fucking not really lie to them. I'm like, I don't have that right now. So. I went in there. First of all, this place was like an hour and a half drive from my house. So I know.
Well, I know. It's funny because I live in San Diego, and people bitch about staying in the county. They're like, it's like I gotta go all the way to Vista. I'm like,
yeah,
it's like 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, that's not San Diego. I'm like, it's San Diego County still. It's like,
yeah, it's not in the city limits, so to say,
but it's not like downtown San Diego. Which to me, I would bitch more about going to downtown San Diego than fucking going to Vista. By the way, which people who aren't from San Diego, moving on. But still, it's like, But the thing is, from being in San Diego, I understand because I'm like, sometimes for me, I'm like, all right, going to La Mesa. Went to La Mesa for cutting in for a haircut, by the way. But I'm like, well, since I'm going to be out that way, might as well stop by the Guitar Center.
Might as well get my shit. Yeah, might as well get some strings.
Might as well, and I was going to look for some picks, but they didn't have any like triangle picks that I wanted to try out.
God.
Fucking, it was
bastards.
Desolate.
This town's fucking desolate.
They had this little like Roland section, like Roland Boss section. They had like this like video on repeat of like the MS3. So it was with Joe Branton's band.
Yeah.
And so I took like all these like big TVs of Joe Branton talking. I'm like, Joe Branton from Guitar Nerds, his band helped with the launch of like the MS3 guitar switcher thing, pedal switcher. And I'm like, that's cool. Fucking nerd. like I'm ogre nerds. I crush beer over my head and somebody's just like, I'm just staring at a TV.
a little TV that's like 3x5.
No. They had like a couple like I don't know,
big
like,
screens,
40,
flat screens,
48-inch
Oh.
TVs or whatever.
Damn, dude.
Old
Dude, international fame right there.
Bo Banton on there.
Should start a podcast and talk about that.
I thought it was funny because I'm like, what? What the hell is Joe Branton doing on the TV in La Mesa at the Guitar Center?
What the fuck?
He's like, oh, this is
You
a
what?
real fucking cracky switcher over here.
all right. Sorry, he doesn't listen to our show, so it's fine.
He's cool. He's a real ass dude though.
Yeah. So, anyways, I drove quite a bit. I drove.
Yeah.
it's a
Which
long
isn't.
way.
I mean, I guess for you, I guess in Texas,
it's what you do in Texas,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right. So
We wanted to play
I basically
mini
made
golf
the
and
appointment.
fucking took us like 8 hours.
Yeah. So I went to this town called Boerne,
Yeah.
spelled Boerne. It's like born. It looks like it's born, but it's Boerne. So, which isn't important to the story. But I drove down there.
Bernie.
Yeah, and it's like Bernie, Bert and Ernie. Drove down there, and I got there like an hour early because I was like,
I'm eager to get a new driver's license, please.
kinda. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was just kind of like, well, if they take me early, whatever. I think I got there. I was actually earlier than that. I think it was like 12:50 is when I walked in the door, and I started filling out the paperwork. Like I printed out my own form and everything because I was super prepared.
Yeah.
Started writing everything out, and there wasn't that many people in the building. And this, lady approached me. She's like, "Oh, do you have an appointment?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's for 2:00." She said, "What's it for?" "Oh, it's for whatever." She said, "Oh, I'll take you right now." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Well, so did everything, filed all my shit. I had all my paperwork ready, and I had my social security, I had my birth certificate, had all this stuff, which I've never. I mean, if you know me,
Well,
I've never been prepared for anything in my whole fucking life.
You probably know your social security off the top of your head right now. You could probably recite it right now, right?
Yeah. So
on
it's
the podcast. You probably know your credit card number and the CVV and expiration date.
I
right?
got those too. Hold on. In fact, I got better. I got a picture for you. Oh, I got it right in front of me.
It's like
Look, back and front.
I bet you can't recite your whole social security, Kyle. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I bet you don't know your mother's maiden name. Oh yeah.
You think so, you stupid fuck?
You think I'm an idiot?
I bet you feel real. I bet you feel this fucking big right now, don't you? Prove me wrong, huh?
Bet you don't know my favorite car color either, or when I first started driving.
We're at what other security questions?
The first school you attended,
yeah, or your dog's name.
High school you graduated, yeah.
I bet
pets' names.
Most people don't remember their pet's first name. Every time,
drop it right in the comments.
I feel I've seen less of those, but it was always Budget Pedal Chap. He would always comment and be like, "Oh yeah,
stop."
No, he would always comment like, "Oh yeah, my favorite car color is password 123, username 123." Like it's like, Jesus, who is, and people, thousands and like tens of thousands of people answered. He's like, these are security questions, you slag. Anyways,
I was in and out within like maybe 12 or 15 minutes. Had everything done. Boom. Had to surrender my California driver's license, which I just extend. It was every 4 years or something. Yeah. They make you do every 5 years or whatever. Depends on like your age, I think. But I had just got a new one like last year. Yeah. So I had like was it 2026 was when it was going to expire.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, all right, I just paid whatever whatever it is for it, and then here you go. That's fine, whatever. But still got my motorcycle classification on it, which is nice because that was kind of a pain in the ass to get. Yeah. And I have a temporary, like I have a piece of paper that says like who I am. Yeah. Which feels great. Oh, you have ID? Yeah, let me just fucking hold on. I got this page protect. It's literally like freaking like 11 by whatever that is. Well, 10 by whatever.
Could you buy alcohol with that?
Yeah. Do I? I can buy a fucking gun with that. So yes, I should be able to buy alcohol too. Because I asked the guy, I was at a gun shop, I'm like, would you take a temporary license? He's like,
hell yeah, we would.
It's your driver's license, dude. Yeah, man. It's great, man. You were looking at this one?
The tiles are coming off the fucking ceilings.
The drop ceiling's exploding with insulation.
You know how much spaghetti you can fit? He's like slaps the gun. You know how much spaghetti you can fit in this thing?
He just shoves his lunch. Just like pops open a Ziploc thing and just shoves it in there.
Shoves it in the magazine. You know how much fucking spaghetti you can... he only says that because he's a salesman.
This is a large capacity spaghetti magazine.
I'm partially at my job. I work on like in sales or whatever, and I've yet to have the confidence. But I'm like, one day I'm gonna like go to like a sofa into somebody like or like a dining table. I'm like, you know how much spaghetti you can fit on?
Slap it.
The dining table would be less funny because people wouldn't get the joke. It would just be me like, I'm gonna tell this on my podcast. They like slap the table. You know how much spaghetti you can fit on this thing?
Damn. Anyway, so drove, like I said, pretty far but it worked out because it was like
the victor go the spoils. Yeah, you got
it worked out because I would have had to wait 4 fucking months.
Yeah,
or that one that was like, that fucking day. I was like, well, and I looked like they had an arrow on the box, so there was no other areas you could schedule. Yeah. That was the only day that was available. I'm like, today at 2:00, and I was doing this at like 10 in the morning. I'm like, well, let's go do it. Yeah. Let's go try.
Let's roll.
Yeah. So, anyways, worked out. Got my driver's license.
Yeah.
Haven't had to use it actually. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways, other things new in my life. I did some upgrades.
Upgrade
in the jerk was it we call this jerk east or jerk south,
jerk central east,
southeast, no
jerk central dirty south.
Yeah, it's like barely south. It's like if you look at a map, it's not east or west, it's like literally in the middle. Like when I used to play video games in California, it would only give me like one area that you could select other regions to play in. Let's say with Rocket League, you could say, "Oh, I want to play in this region of the world."
Yeah,
it's not a good idea because your internet connection sucks. But you can have it like, "Oh, I'm playing U.S. West."
Yeah,
so it just put you like with everyone on the west coast of the U.S. For me, it gives me 2 options. It gives me the east or the west.
Yeah.
So West seems to work out better still here because it's like better connection. I don't know, or maybe East Coast sucks.
The SpongeBob meme where your eyes are both ways and you're like, I don't know which way to go.
Which way? Yeah, because they talk about like Midwest.
Which way did he go? Yeah,
I don't get how they named the regions of the U.S.
God, that was a bit like, so
what's the deal with the Midwest
names? Because I just think mid. Yeah, if you're talking about Kansas, that's pretty.
Measure from one spot to the other.
It's pretty fucking mid. That's what the millennials.
Kansas City. Why are there 2 of them?
More like Kansas shitty.
I've never been there. No, but there are 2 Kansas cities, dude. Okay,
I know.
They are next to each other.
It's Kansas City, Kansas. People are just like, woo, 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 woo.
Kansas City, Missouri. Boo. They have 2 mayors. It's like, why didn't you just fucking name it differently?
Yeah. It's
like,
Yeah. Why have one mayor when you can have 2? It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I guess. And what if they're fighting? Then, it's kind of weird.
Well, then you ask the other mayor. I'm like, hey, this mayor said that I could go.
Yeah. What did the other mayor say? Oh, they said I could. Oh, okay, then you can. Perfect.
You just lie to one mayor and tell the other one.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
What happens when you move to you move across the state line? Like, what does the other mayor get jealous? Like, are they like they buy you a gift and then they buy you a better gift and they buy you another? Well, and then where do you spend Christmas?
Yeah, exactly. You got to go there for every other weekend.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. You Who has custody over you? You know, I don't get it.
I don't know.
This is so stupid.
But
like, why do they do that?
Friends
I just don't
growing
get
up that like
God.
had, their parents were divorced or whatever. And I'm like, man, that sounds sick. You get 2 Christmases? You got 2?
That's what you're worried about. Not the emotional damage.
No.
Yeah. All the bullshit that comes with divorced parents. You're like, oh, fuck, broken home? Damn, that sounds sick.
I think of like my parents. Like, the reason why they stayed together is because they have like a man child. It's like, we got to stay together for the kids. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, what were we talking about?
I was talking about upgrades I did.
Oh, to the room. The studio.
Yeah. So I guess I'll do a little pivot in here.
To the fucking
I added the shelf here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like that's my ceiling light.
So you can probably, maybe you don't see the one that's over to your left. So our right, that's pretty sweet. That's been there for a while. But the one above your window,
this has been here.
Mm-hmm.
This one I just added, just a couple days ago. So
for the audio,
we'll see how it works out, because it's really. I mean, I had it in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's pipe, right? So it's like the black pipe with
the gas pipe,
stained, similar to what this one is here. But I made this one myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like way more expensive to do it yourself, by the way, than just to buy it in like. Well, actually, okay, I made this one myself too. But this shelf was like way cheaper buying it as fake pipe and shelving than building this one. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
When you price out everything. But hold on, my monitor just cut out. That's cool. I don't know why that happened.
All right.
But anyways, so it should be kicking back on here soon.
Yeah. Well, I'm still seeing you. You're good.
Okay. So the
shelf that you have over the window, it's pretty fucking big. Isn't it like what?
It's huge.
4
it's like
feet?
6 it's 6 feet. I cut it down actually so it wouldn't look so weird, and so like the guitar that's over here was right up against where the right where the base of that is. So it's pretty much 6 feet. There's only like I don't know, maybe a quarter inch between the mount for the guitar, which it might not stay there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So I like it. I just don't know what I'm going to put on it.
Yeah. So from what I've seen, so it's like what 5 to 6 feet wide and like what, like a 1.5 feet deep?
Yeah. Let's say 12. Let's just say 12 inches deep.
Yeah, a foot deep. So that's a pretty big fucking shelf. And then from what I've seen, I'm like, I'm all about it. I love the idea of
getting shit organized,
and storage and shit, and I don't know, getting it up, and away and stored. Like, I think, I don't. It was funny because it was around the same time, probably earlier in the year, maybe. I bought like a little, like I think 14-inch by 14-inch milk crate just for storage of things.
Yeah,
because I was at Home Depot. I'm like, oh, this is great. I might keep it.
This is sick
because it fits perfectly on a shelf that I have in my closet. I got nothing to put in there, and it was the same week that you bought like an Apple crate, which is about the same square thing, and you're like, I bought this I'm gonna put stuff in there, and I think you just threw a pedal in there. I'm like, see, I love the idea of storing shit. So, and the thing is, I'm like, with the idea of that, I'm getting rid of more stuff. So I'm like, I still have that milk crate. I'm like, I got nothing to put in there, but I still like the idea of it. And keeping things organized. And anyway, so you got that shelf. I think that's pretty rad. I was asking, like, what are you going to put up there? And I was thinking, I'm like, oh, just put all your pedal boxes up there.
Yeah.
So you get them out of the closet or off of that pedal shelf that you have. And, keeping it.
I'm gonna do some maintenance while you're talking here. But yeah.
You got your monitor and stuff?
Yeah, it's still off. I'm just looking at a blank screen here.
Oh,
Hold on, I think it's kicking back on. Hold on. We're back. All right.
All right.
Since I moved it, like the HDMI cable like wiggled out slightly.
It's like, well,
I'm just staring at like a blank screen.
yeah,
Like
the monitor's like, I don't know what to do. What
like
do we do?
I should just be fine. Like I'm talking on the phone with someone, like I can't see them, but I'm like, like, oh god, what am I doing?
Well, I mean,
yeah. So you're saying move pedals, possibly
move pedal boxes. So
yeah,
over
there's
there,
some boxes up here too.
Yeah, just so they're out of the way. They're not. I mean, just get them up because nobody's like looking like, oh, I like the way you have that up there.
Is that a Shryman box? Wow, you must be an asshole.
You have to also understand too. You're probably one of the taller people, and like the taller percentile of people. And if anybody came into that room of yours, nobody's gonna be like, I like that.
Yeah.
No,
break their neck. Hey man, you got any more pedals?
Y'all got any games up here?
Y'all got any?
Any more games? Actually, you know what? Put a fucking monitor up there and just have a little like a game.
It's really high.
An Xbox station. One of your Xboxes hook up to that.
So I guess the reason why the reason why I put it up so high is because it's this window is it's literally like 2 inches above the window. I plan on putting a curtain up there. I'll probably do it before the next episode or before we do the next one, but I don't know.
You can't
I have the curtain panels. I just got to get something up.
Well, I mean, above my closet up here, I have a little tiny shelf that I have kind of just for more display stuff.
Yeah.
I have some anime figures, little Spider-Man, the waifus. They're up there. And to me, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool to put them up there on display. And that's kind of, I was talking to you, that's what you were thinking about putting, like, I don't know, things on display, not just for storage.
I didn't tell you, but I brought the Star Wars toys that you...
Nice.
So, like, the Star Wars toys you had in the Jerk Lounge in San Diego.
Yeah, there's a Boba Fett for sure.
Currently abandoned Jerk Lounge.
Yeah.
1.0.
I got to go in there and I got to... Speaking of like Star Wars, I got to go in there and scavenge like a Rey.
Yeah, like
from
Rey.
Star Wars. I got to go in there and just pull some booty out of there.
There's probably some good finds in there still. No,
I'm looking for that fucking Wii, dude. I'm going.
I did bring the Lego Star Wars X-Wing. So
build it.
We should have done it. I should have left you, half of it, and then I should have the other half, and we build it separately, and then we send it.
No,
wait, but it doesn't make sense. Then we meet halfway, like in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And we just go.
We do a bunch of meth, and then we put it together. It just breaks. It's broken by the time we get there. We open up whatever. Oh, shit.
Well, we could build it next time I go out there. I'm planning to come out there probably maybe October.
Oh, that's news to me. I just will make arrangements. Jesus.
Well, I mean, I have not bought a flight. I have not bought.
Baby!
This fucking asshole wants to sleep on the floor again.
Yeah,
get the floor ready. You have a bed.
Get the floor ready. Like, what do you have to do to prep a floor?
Put garbage bags down. He's probably gonna piss himself. And just sweating all over the carpet.
Put cardboard.
You don't do that for the cats, but you do it for your friend.
Cardboard down and just trash bags that you cut open and spread
just
out.
Just like hefty black trash bags covering the floor.
And contractor bags, newspaper.
He's probably gonna sweat and piss. He might even just throw up a little bit.
Why not? I mean, you're here. When you're here,
your family.
So, God, what were we talking about?
Oh yeah, you're gonna put the Star Wars figures up there.
Yeah, so I have like a Star Wars figure. I don't know if I've showed it. I think I've showed it to you guys, but it's like a tall figure. It's taller than the Boba Fett one, pretty sure. But it won't fit. It won't stand up on the.
What other one do you have?
It's a ceiling.
Because there's Boba Fett over there. I think. Did you have a?
One second.
Okay. Oh no, the Luke Skywalker. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the, he's in his X-Wing. So
yeah. And then did you bring the
speeders?
Yeah.
The speeder I have. Yeah, I have everything.
Yeah.
The X-Wing, sorry, not the X-Wing, the TIE Fighter.
Nice. Yeah, you got some cool shit.
I got to put them up there, but they are high. I was thinking I'll put some lights or something up there because I want to put lights on these things.
Yeah.
And then I can eventually turn off, be like be super sick where you got like the contrast, like, oh, I'm in your face because I'm sick and focus on me only, not, but then I turn the lights on in the back.
Yeah.
I can control them from right here. Just like, no.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Philips Hue bulbs are cool, expensive. You don't need them. RJ told me that, wow, those are like 4 times of what you could have got on Amazon. So don't get those.
Yeah, but I'm a brand bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch.
Yeah. Ask him which ones to get. There's like cheaper ones that still work on your phone. You can just push a button. It does the same thing.
Well, I'll have to put like I think they'll be battery powered or something. I don't know. I'm not going to always have them on like you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to have them. I showed you guys the ceiling without my, that's all I got to work with. So probably put, individual lights, or I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll either wire them in or just do
maybe.
battery powered with a remote. I see them on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
They have like, whatever, we'll figure it out.
It's a vibe, baby.
Yeah, dude. Or I can have them like hidden behind this wall over here. Just kind of like blast from the side, dude. Just blast everywhere.
And then you need to put on the ceiling like space thing. Have you ever seen those lights or whatever that people do
for children, like the night lights? Yeah,
something like that. But I've even seen like YouTubers try and sell this. Like, oh man, it's cool vibe. I'm like, Kyle, you have that when you're creating your like your retro wave stuff. You're like you're floating in space. Yeah.
Just that's almost a bass and kick, or just kick and snare,
but with a shit ton of reverb, and it's so loud. And your wife's like, "What the fuck are you doing?
What is that guy on? Is that guy on NyQuil again?"
Yeah, he's robo tripping.
Yeah.
You're a 34-year-old man.
He doesn't have a cough. What's he doing?
You just get a bunch of Robitussin and mix it with Dr. Pepper. You're like, yeah.
Damn. That actually sounds pretty damn good. Man, what flavor is Robitussin? You grab these medicines that say cherry, mixed berry, and you're like, what the fuck kind of cherry is that?
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's like disgusting.
I think
I guess it's better than not being flavored. What?
Coracetin. I had like a friend who was like, I was like 23, 22. He was 19. He's like, oh man, you got to try some Coracetin. That shit'll fuck you up. I'm like, I will buy you beer. Stop doing that. You gotta get Coracetin. That'll fuck you up. I'm like,
that'll fuck up your fucking nervous system or something.
Like, I will buy you a fucking 12-pack of, Bud Light if that's what you want. Like, quit doing that shit, you moron. He's like, oh fuck. Well, I'm still gonna get that. I'm still gonna get that too. If I can get Bud Light and that,
damn, mix them up.
Oh fuck.
Anyways, I guess the last update or upgrade I did, which you guys can't see, which looks really. I mean, it's not amazing, but I have the carpet on the back, or it's called a rug.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say carpet. The rug on the back wall, which is like perfect fit.
Yeah.
Like it was the perfect fit.
Yeah.
Like it goes from corner to corner, ceiling to floor, and it's like perfect.
So it's probably 8x10.
I don't even know.
9x12.
I mean, I never measured it. I was just like, let's just throw this up. I'm like, what the hell?
No.
What the hell? So this one is the rug from the garage that I had back in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And the blue one that I had the guitars actually mounted to before I got this one, which, whatever. I don't know. The blue looks cooler, but I think this one's better because it doesn't distract from the guitars, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at these works of art. Look at this shitty PV Predator. This Chris Hansen signature. That'd be great if I got
Have a
Chris
seat.
Hansen to sign this.
Have a seat.
It's the have a seat model.
Sweet tea, and he's still pouring sweet tea. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you're about to get fucked over, dude.
You're going to prison for a long time, dude.
Fucking pervert.
It's not really anything to laugh about, but
Well, I mean, yeah.
Is it? It's entertainment. Why'd they put it on TV? I mean, that's kind of
Just so I could be like, damn.
I mean, 60 minutes is entertaining when they're talking about like, genocides and stuff. You're like, wow, that's informational. Anyway,
You watch it,
All right.
just give him a thumbs up.
Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah, you have no input on it. It's like, yeah,
Oh, fuck.
that's
yeah.
a good one.
That's a good one, too.
So, anyways, I had the rug. It's I think because it lived its whole life like laterally or like horizontally, and I've changed it to put vertically.
Yeah.
And it's like it doesn't sit flat on the wall. I literally only put like 4 screws in just to hold it up, and so that's probably another reason why I'm not really worried about it since it's not in shot, it's not in frame.
Yeah.
So,
But it probably helps with like reflections in the room.
Reflections between the 2 walls actually probably will do a lot. And then I do have some of that foam, which I don't know where I'm going to really put it. I don't really want to show that off, but I probably put it on the ceiling itself. But
yeah.
it already has like the popcorn,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's been painted over, so it doesn't have any acoustic
I don't
properties.
think it would at all. You just take
if it's not painted, it does. But if it's painted like 40 times, especially with like semi-gloss paint, it does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, that is my what's new. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Finally made it through.
Riff City
Hit the
here.
clock. Punch out. I'm out of here. All right, bye, guys.
So I did
Now,
buy.
what do you got?
I'm already jumping ahead. Ooh, he never asked me, but I'm already ready, dude. I bought a plug-in from.
Oh Jesus!
All these companies are doing summer sales, 4th of July sales,
400% off.
and they got me.
You saved.
They got me. They hooked me. It was fucking.
You saved $12,000.
You audio
Only $5.
You audio hooked me. They got me on my fucking cheek there and reeled me in. And they got a big one there. It was
Big bitch.
Yeah. So I mean, it was
Mark should be your name.
Walking fuck. Walking far fucking.
Got
Mark.
a Mark here.
Yeah, Mark. So it was UAD gave me the deal of the century here.
Yeah,
I could probably I honestly
every
could
email they send you.
probably get it in like December, but it was the Capitol Chambers reverb that I got. I think I got it for $99, which is still a lot of money. Okay, but for you, sound like, let me tell you here.
Do those only work with? I know we've probably talked about it.
Yes. So, so the Capitol Chambers reverb, and I think it was normally they're like $199. Got it for $99, and hold on, plead my case here. It's great.
It's the UAD half yearly sale.
Yeah,
Save up to 60% off.
is it still going? Is it still going on?
Yeah, till 7/15. So
Okay,
when this drops, it will be
done.
over. Oh,
So-
that'll be the day of.
The day of. So go get the Capitol Chambers. So, okay, it's great. What's cool?
Wait,
about
don't buy it though if you don't have UA audio gear.
Yeah, if you don't have, I think actually now you can use the plugins without.
Oh,
I think they just started that. So it's Spark. I think it's what it's called, Sparks. If you don't
sounds
have
like a stripper's name, but okay.
yeah. So I think it's called Spark or something like that. You can use, if you download that, then you can use these plugins without any of the hardware. But cool thing about the hardware is it runs off of the memory and DSP off of your interface, which we'll get to. So anyways, the Capitol Chambers is, what's cool about it is, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm like, that's good, Kyle, believe me.
Is it Volt?
No, I am using the Apollo Twin, and then,
Okay.
but Volt is a different
It's a different system.
interface.
I see it. Gotcha.
So
Through analog tone. I get it. Okay.
So what's cool about UA plugins, you can
it is
try
UAD Spark, by the way.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So I was
Sorry,
right.
cutting you off, but I'm like I'm the fact checker here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is the UAD Spark. Keep going. Sorry.
So what's cool about the plugins, you can try them out for 7 days before, buying them. So you can use them, you can mix with them, you can actually use them to record into, blah, 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 all that stuff. For 7 days, you get a trial. And so I tried out this plugin because I kind of always wanted to, and I was like, I know. Basically, I knew Adam from Adam from Just In Case. I was recording his vocals, and he always likes to have reverb on his track when he records it. But I mean, obviously, you don't want to have that printed, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I had an included plugin in Universal Audio. It's like, hey, you bought this interface. Here's a reverb. Wasn't really the best or easy to dial in, but I knew the Capital Chambers was pretty easy and great. So I'm like, he was here. He wasn't super satisfied with the free one that I had. I'm like, let me try the demo. And all you do is click start demo, and here we go. And it's just a full-fledged thing that you can use and record to and whatever, and use it like a full-on plugin for 7 days. So, what's cool about the hardware, like the Twin or the Volt that you had mentioned,
yeah,
so the Apollo stuff, you can use the plugin to record just what you're hearing. So kind of your,
your out audio, basically
your monitor track. So what you're hearing, you can put plugins and shit on, and then what's actually going into your interface to your DAW can be just the raw track, dry track, which is most of the time what you want. And then, so for reverb, I'm like, that sounds great. So it helps his performance because it's what he wants. But what I want and what, Brian wants for mixing is the dry track.
Yeah.
So cool. But you can also do it the other way too. If you wanted to use, compressors, EQ and shit like that, and then not have to worry about like, hey, I'm committing to this. So kind of like how you would put a DI guitar through an amp or Axe Effects, and we're printing to this. It's kind of like that approach.
Yeah.
Which at the moment I'm not doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you could. Okay, so I don't think I know. You can do this on Reverb. Sorry. Reason. God, I'm an idiot. Reason. You can do that also, where basically you have a dry track coming in. It's affected, and you're hearing the affected sound to your, your headphones, your monitor. Mm-hmm. But you could literally just get rid of all that stuff and have nothing and start over again. But what you're concerned about is literally that dry track.
Well, what I'm concerned about is the delay.
Yeah.
So, which I'm assuming you're doing now, you're monitoring out of your Focusrite, not out of your DAW. So your vocals are going through just the Focusrite and going straight to your ears. You should.
It should be because it's going through Zoom. Yeah, so it's taking because I actually have the monitor turned off through the DAW. So I'm getting your audio, my audio, which is basically coming off of, I'll have to look at the Focusrite, but.
So you should be getting my vocals on Zoom coming to your Focusrite, and then you should be getting your own vocals going to your Focusrite, and then both of those are coming to you. Whereas,
you're having it go through the actual
if I was
UAD.
Yeah, if I was going to go through Pro Tools to hear me, I would be hearing it. I'm like just slurring, blah 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 blah. if I was going to go monitor through Pro Tools, there's a delay.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we would use the M-Box? Sometimes you would hear a delay. That's what that is, because we didn't have direct monitoring.
Yeah.
Now, with Focusrite and Apollo, we do. So I never monitor through Pro Tools. I always just mute it. And even before we recorded, I didn't mute your track.
Oh, jeez.
And it was just like...
And I'm like, fuck! I like had like a moment where I just like stared. What's going on in my head?
Because it was feeding back. And so now... like, yeah, Chewbacca. And, so, for all of the faults of the UAD, I don't think there really are many. It was more user faults that it had. The plugins are really, really good. And, they're expensive, but not, I guess per plugin,
Yeah, they're not that expensive. I was looking at the pricing, even without the sale.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that bad. I mean, I guess, but it's the whole like, you're saving 60%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, compared to like Waves plugins, they're more expensive, but I would say
Waves to me almost seems like user created content. Someone's like, who made this? It's like the graphic looks like shit, like the actual interface you're working with. I'm like, all right, well,
I was
you make that in MS Paint? Like, what the hell?
So what the hell?
Which is fine. It's like it needs to look good, but I mean, it's got to look sexy at some point. You got to look like, is that real shitty wood grain on that? In that, all those knobs look so real with shadows.
Windows 98 that we have that we're working with. I would say,
is this Windows Vista? Oh shit!
I would say they definitely are better in some regards, like the UAD plugins, because. Okay, so let's say
they're like major brands too. Like I see DBX, I see Fender,
Marshall, Sir.
What's the? Yeah, I just saw one. Damn it, the AKG.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of huge, big brands that want to make shit for them.
Yeah.
But Waves is like and obviously they can't. If someone's making it, it's not the DS-er, it's just the S-er. It's like they they do a little play on words like you do with
and then
what's the brand? What's the guitar thing you have? The modeler you have Fractal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They do that too. Like this isn't a blues driver.
Citrus
it's the
50.
jazz. They pick a different thing.
The bass guy instead of the bass man.
Yeah, they go bass guy.
And whereas okay, so to compare a plugin, so we have done an episode before where a guest didn't have the best sounding audio, and it was pretty noisy. Not just like a noise gate could keep that thing going. It was just like.
My god!
And then the person would talk, and it'd be
like they were in a train station.
And I'm like, okay. So I was like, fuck. So what I could do was use not a noise gate, but like a noise
fence,
de-noise plugin kind of thing. So you actually sample the noise, and it takes that out.
Come on, sample the noise.
Yeah. And I bought a Waves one. It was like $20 because like every fucking Waves plugin is $20 all the time. They always have a fucking sale.
They're $60, but they're always $20.
Yeah. They always have a fucking sale. So
I don't know, fucking get $59.99, but it's always on sale.
$19.99. So they have like, I think it's called D-Noise is what it is.
Come on,
D-Noise instead of D Schneider. It's D-Noise.
Yeah, D-Noise.
So it's a great plugin, but the thing is with that, it actually is. It takes time to process the sound. So if you're processing a long wave like a podcast, it is taking time, and so you're almost like a full second off.
Oh, Jesus.
So from what your wave is showing to what is being played, it's almost a full second or more off. Like, that's not the best.
Yeah, it's not a work.
So what you could do, a workaround, is to process the whole fucking waveform, which could be an hour long, and then you print it, and then you scoot it over to match the actual one.
Yeah.
Which is not that big of a deal. It's a bitch. But there's
it's just in real time, it doesn't work.
In real time, there is a plugin that I did a 7-day trial on for U-Audio. I can just drop it in like a real plugin. It worked.
Hell yeah.
I think because it's processing and using the Apollos, have a quad core in here. It's using it's 4. So it's using, one of the chips. The microchips.
One of the chips.
I don't know. It's
one of the cores.
Yeah, it's doing it faster.
This core's all mine.
It's doing it faster than the Waves one. So that was a real actual test between two plugins. Like, I bought the Waves one. I tested out and tried the Apollo or UAD one, and it worked better in real time. So I don't know. Sometimes I'm not gonna wave a flag or whatever for Universal Audio, but they make some good stuff.
Why don't you nut up or shut up and buy all of their pedals? Do it. I'm not gonna. All 6 of their
pedals I can fuck off with, but their plugins I'll fuck on with. I like them. They're great. So
they make a tube amp too. You have to get all of that and the tube amp.
I mean, I would like some U-Audio hardware for sure, not pedals
or amp top box, whatever the hell that is.
Oh, the aux thing. Nah, I'm straight. I'm good.
Aux amp. I guess it's not tube amp, but it's.
I would so much rather get a 2 notes. The fuck is this thing called? The Captor
or something.
Captor X. Yep.
How did I know that and you didn't? Because you're slipping, man.
Slip in. I'd so much rather get one of those because I'm still in the mindset that I'm my third party IRs. I love them. I'm ML Sound Labs. I'm every time they put out a new cab back, I'm oh fuck. I should. I'm behind the tree. I'm ooh, fuck. I should buy another one.
Yeah. You what you need actually is the XP8. You need to just ditch that stupid bitch ass twin. You need to get the XP8.
Yeah, the full on deal there. But
Commit,
anyways,
man.
So I got that, and then I'm super stoked on that plugin, and I used it on some recordings, and I'm it's great. And I kind of justify it that I'm it's great for vocals. It's even really good for acoustic guitar to make an acoustic, because this room is
desolate, man.
Not big, and I'm trying to make it dead and desolate. Because I don't want super reflections in here. There's not a whole lot, and I think it's just a little bit bigger than yours, but it's a small room, right? I think you guys don't let the wide angle fool you.
Your room is bigger. No, your room is definitely bigger.
Yeah, but it's not a whole lot. It's not like it's fucking.
No, it's not a freaking chamber.
Fucking warehouse.
No, dude, it's like a fucking hangar in there.
Yeah. You can park your fucking your whole
for the Goodyear blimp, dude. Yeah. That's where they store that shit.
Yeah. But it's, anyway, so it's for acoustic guitar, it's great because I'm you can close mic your acoustic, and then maybe put a mic that's far away with maybe 4 or 5 feet away as your room mic, and then throw that chamber plug-in for room reverb, and then you can get it to sound bigger, and you just kind of mix it in.
Yeah.
So, and then for vocals, it sounds awesome because it's more natural room reverb than let's throw a fucking spacey kind of reverb on there. It's
let's fuck this whole mix up. You know,
let's fuck up the whole performance. Let's just.
I want to have no definition on any of this. Could you just reflect it all around the fucking room? Yeah, turn that mix all the way up on that reverb. Let's not hear anything.
Yeah, so it's
bingo.
I don't know. They got me.
Hey, I had a question though.
Yeah.
Well, I thought they made like like something that could go into your computer, like an actual chip, like an actual like. I don't see any of that stuff on their website. Maybe they moved away from it.
It was a Thunderbolt, I think, port that you could put onto your like a card, like PCI card.
And it had like its own processing, like its own core, core, like 8 core.
Yeah, and then you could put that.
I remember people selling those, but I don't see them anymore.
If they don't have them anymore, that was one thing. I'm like, put that into your tower, dude, and that way you can get all the UA plugins.
Yeah,
you can also get just like it's like a little box, like it's called a satellite. It has the processing and shit in it. You put it through Thunderbolt, and you can, I don't know, get all the plugins. But also with Spark, I think you don't need any of the hardware anymore.
What I think is interesting about UA is that they have a lot of plugins, right? And there are a lot of big brands, but they actually make things you can hold in your hands too.
Yeah.
Which not a lot of companies do both of those. They do either, they make the shit or they make the shit to go in it, but these guys make everything. It looks like some of these plugins are from outside sources, right? But they have their own, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, there's the compressors and shit like that. Was it was it 410?
I don't know. I'm looking at everything on here, but what's cool is they have like their analog hardware, the LA2As.
Oh yeah.
LA610s. I mean, they have all these like, limiters and process, whatever this shit is. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Looks like a compressor to me.
Oh,
peak reduction, gain. Yeah, that's
the 1176. I'm like, I don't know, was it
Teletronics
410, blah blah blah. Yeah, so they make the Teletronics, the LA2A, which is a classic compressor. It's like, I'm looking on Sweetwater. It is like that combined with the 1176. That's the like vocal chain. It's like
for everybody. Yeah. For all that shit.
No, just like, hey, throw those two together and it's like a SM7. It's like, it's going to be pretty fucking good. And you probably don't need much more unless you want to get another fucking microphone just to fuck around with. Like I really do like the SM7B. It's a great mic. I'm like, for podcasting and for singing. I'm like, these are fucking awesome. Anyways, but so it's the 1176 is the universal audio compressor that's like, it's like one of the ones. I know Warm Audio makes theirs WA76, which is their take on that one, but it's a classic compressor. I'm sure a lot of your some of your shit in Reason is modeling
based on
which I'm like, that's nothing wrong with that. And so I don't know, something with UAD, I don't know. I mean, people say like they just, their plugins are pretty fucking great, even though they make the hardware version of it. I'm like, why did they put so much time into this? It's like, you're taking away from the hardware version of this. I'm like, but there's still all those people that can tell the difference, know the difference, and don't care about the difference. They want the real thing.
Yeah,
it's like,
sounds like too much to deal with if you have the hardware version. I think to like run, I'd be worried about just breaking. It's like, you're gonna send it back in to get it serviced or what? Buy another one?
People do. I saw even Colt Caparoon. He's a YouTuber I really like. He's a studio guy. He was taking apart his 1176 because he's like, these fucking lights on the little dial, they go out. And so it shows him ripping the thing apart. He's like, I got my coffee though. Fucking doing this at fucking before a fucking session at 7 a.m.
There's a link in the description to my coffee company.
Yeah. Check them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
all right.
Yeah, it's a it's like having amps versus plugins. You know,
Yeah.
or I would say, or maybe amps versus like a Helix. You could tell the difference, but
Yeah.
you know,
At the end of the day, it's not really. It's kind of like splitting hairs.
yeah,
You know?
having
There's a lot of good shit out there.
having the amp in the room of like your PV is fucking rad, but you could probably plug into, you know, some plugins and you'd be like, actually, that's actually pretty good.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I still recorded the song easier than I would than micing this goddamn thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. I got to figure out how to mic.
Yeah. You don't have a 57 out there, right?
No, I do.
Yeah, get that going. You should try that next.
I should get what is that, amp clamp or whatever. Maybe just get a stand. I don't care.
I just get a stand. It's fucking easier. It's if you get the amp clamp, you're gonna have to always like deal with, I don't know, having it set up in the right way. And actually, in some ways, I heard that it adds like vibrations because it's like the cab shaking.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think that would be that much of a difference, but it's like, just put a little kick drum stand like that bad boy.
All right.
You don't really crank up that loud in there, right?
No. Well, I mean, I crank other things in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Come on,
I can keep that quiet.
The noise.
Come on. Whatever.
Come rock you boys. We never even got to the topic. I think we're done. I think
we can push that. Push it next week.
You know, it's my birthday tomorrow, so
we're doing the topic.
So we got a couple drinks in, get fucking rowdy.
Yeah, I'm celebrating. But
yeah.
I was drinking. This is my second one, but it's a hazy IPA, the Desert Mirage from. I guess it's. I don't know. I'm confused. Desert Mirage is up here, but then it's also the Tex Hex from Shiner.
Yeah.
Shiner, a Texas beer.
You see just like, it's Tex, and you're like, yes, that's B.
Yes, that's the state I'm in.
You see Tex Avery, I'm like, I love all these cartoons.
They were all done in Texas?
All right. Well, we had a topic, but let's save it for next week.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
All right, we had a lot of gear on the What's News. We had some riff in there.
We talked about your plugins, apparently.
Yes.
I don't know what you're plugging into, but,
I got something for you, pal.
Plug in, plug out. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got? Keep it going. Keep going.
You're like, hey, you're letting me hang out here too long. All right, let's get on out of here. Just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. A little different episode here. All What's News. Oops.
Not really.
All What's News.
We fucking do that all the time. What are you talking about?
We should do, next time, we should do brass tacks. Just get all topics.
Know what's new. Hello, Brian. Did you bring a topic today? Yes, I did.
Hello, let's only talk about gear, please.
Let's only talk about what's news and ads. Okay.
No, it's ads and... there's a podcast that I started listening to. I told you about, Remember the Game? And somebody left a comment of like... And he does his best to be like, okay, he covers a video game, like a retro game, with him and his friend. They cover it, but he's like, I have an intro because he's like talks about his community, talks about like a couple games or like whatever that he talks about with whatever involving video games, and then it's like, but you can cut to 43 minutes and 2 seconds if you only want to listen to Final Fantasy VII, and then people are like, this asshole talks way too long before he gets to the video game part of what the title is.
For this video, you should do that. Like, if you wanted the topic, and just have it at the very end. So they click it, and it goes all the way.
Just goes right to the Patreon read. Here's the plug for Patreon.
Here's the meat and potatoes of the episode.
Yeah. Anyway,
Andrew Walsh, Ranger's Alco.
Funny. He's like, I warned them in the beginning of the episode, and then it's like, I listened
he
to
still complained.
I listened to 140 episodes of this podcast, and fuck this guy. It's like, it took you 140 weeks to figure out that you hate me.
I think it's it's a ruse.
It could be a put on.
Obviously,
it's pretty good. Anyways, just want to say thank you.
I want to thank.
I just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook group at the, or actually, no. Facebook group linked in the description. And then we have an Instagram at the Tone Jerks. We're posting, was that your reverse burp or mine?
No, that was definitely yours.
Okay. I'm trying to blame it on you.
Brian, it smells like farts in here, Brian. What are you doing?
Yeah, we're in different states.
It's me.
Brian,
oh, man, come on.
Oh, man, there's piss all over the floor, Brian.
Brian, why did you piss my pants? All right, keep going. We're almost out of here.
We're almost out of here. So, if you like this, you can help support the show. I don't know. I think we're having fun here, but you can help support it on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. And just for the support, we wanted to give you all a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
Oh yeah.
Why don't you give it to me, baby?
I have. It wasn't a burp, by the way. I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove. Second, I gotta read. I read his name twice already. Mm-hmm. All right. He deserves it, by the way. Second, he's also from the Second Button podcast, the Seinfeld listen along, watch along that Brian does also with him. Oh, yeah. But I think Andrew does a way better job.
Andrew's the host. I'm the the foil. I'm his Newman to his Jerry.
Oh, we got Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Doug Chris from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. We got Joe from Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. Also the Texas State Boggle Champs, and Texas Size 10-4. Mm-hmm. Dude loves Texas, but apparently he's in fucking Florida.
So, come on, come correct.
He has a fixation about Texas, but you know who's in Texas?
This guy.
This motherfucker. So, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I joined the Patreon for that video game podcast, and I heard my name, and I was like, yes.
Everyone's heard my name. Yeah. Did you say? Can you put what you're from or no?
Yeah, he said we got Brian from the Tone Jerks podcast, and he's
nice, dude.
I'm like, woo.
We're gonna have so much people pouring in.
But I was just like, I don't know. I think people like these, the name read and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's right.
But I'm like, because I do.
Sorry, we got Joe. We read Joe's name.
Yeah, you got
but
Joe.
He's from a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah, and then
we got Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me podcast. Also, he's got a side project or a project called Energy Weapon. Check it out on
you got a
Spotify
release
and
with
Instagram.
Kyle's band or Kyle's group.
Yeah, so we did a dual release,
debut. So
yeah,
like I said,
which is great. I'm stoked on that.
Link that the Spotify in the podcast.
Yeah, we'll post the song. I guess that.
Yeah, you should post it in the group.
Yeah, we'll do that. Definitely.
Yeah.
We got Tony DeGraw. Raise hail, praise Dale. You know what I'm saying, Tony? From the Signal Path podcast. That's his baby. Mm-hmm. He's also Texas State Boggle Champs and Texas Size 10-4. Another guy. He's not in Texas, but he loves Texas. We welcome you with loving arms here in Texas on behalf of the whole state. We have Teletalks, RJ Smith. We got Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Jason Fuzzmonger, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum, Kevin E. Quits from E. Quits Guitars, Co Schneider from the band Night Tides, Alvaro Viramontes, Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars, Mel Chibson of Chibson Guitars, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. I think he's got a little secret up his sleeve coming up soon, maybe. He's going to be making some stuff, but, we'll keep you updated whenever that drops.
Well, fucking tell me anything.
Yeah, well, you don't fucking annoy the shit out of him like I do. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, that's what I do. So,
hey, bro. Hey, listen. Hey.
I'm not your bro.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm like, I'm on Rocket League. He wants to play with me. We can be bros.
Your trial's up, dude, on Rocket League.
For me, it's more like suck cock at League. Terrible at that game.
Damn. You'll get better. I suck at that game. Dude, I've had the worst losing streak ever.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever...
I just suck.
I don't think I'm good
recently just sucked.
I'm good at any video games.
Maybe it's just summer and all like, the kids that, from junior all the way down to like 5th grade are out of class and they're just like
they can actually like
crushing.
Like we're staying up past 10, motherfucker. And you're like, bah, 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 bah. Just get blitzed.
Getting scored on like a motherfucker.
Look here. Your future is now, old man.
I'm here to take the helm. Thanks for watching it for me. Sean Fahey from Shadowhounds. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig.
Mm-hmm.
Huge erection. And you fucking cock. Zach Hale. Eric Merrill from YouTube. Check out his channel there. Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast. Check out his podcast. Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices. Check out his stuff.
I was this close to being on Effects Loop this week.
Come on, man.
I don't know. Then I had to fucking work, and then I told Scott I couldn't quit my job. And then he blocked me.
I tried to quit my job to go on your show.
I'm sorry I couldn't quit my job, and he blocked me. He says, "You're dead to me."
Dead, yeah. I'm surprised he's still paying for our Patreon, though. He must love me then.
Yeah.
All right. Bardic Audio Devices. I read it's Tim Noack there.
Yeah.
Check out his stuff. I think, where does he does he have a website or is he on Reverb or what? I don't think we've ever plugged his
he's got a
Reverb
website.
site. Okay. Check him out. I'm sure. Unique name, so you'll be able to find him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the website in my hand or on my computer. Well, I have it on my computer, but I don't have it in front of me.
Did your screen go blank? That way you're ramping or vamping?
No, my screen is working. We have Tyler Rhines from Tyler Casey Riffs on Instagram. Matthew Fenslaw said his name right. I won't get lit up this time. He just sends me like a bunch of fucking cuss words. fuck you, bastard. No spaces. Whatever. All caps.
I'll kill you. I'll kill all of you.
Just me.
And you're just like,
I'll kill that whole town you live in. 6,000 people.
How you're like, right. Come and take it.
Like to see you try. Michael McVeigh and Matthew Davis, and that is the list.
I think we're done. All right. This was a fun one.
Yeah,
it was probably just fun for us.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, everyone else.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.